Jermell Charlo has issued a serious warning to Terence Crawford. While the spotlight burns on Crawford's upcoming clash with Canelo Alvarez, Charlo, the former undisputed champion who has shared the ring with Canelo, isn't just offering predictions. He's delivering a harsh truth learned the hard way, the sobering reality of Canelo's punishing power. And in Charlo's view, that truth exposes a critical weakness in Crawford's game plan, one that could shape the biggest fight of the year before the opening bell even rings. Straight up, the money's here. I've got it. And more will come. But why would I step into the ring carrying an injury? Those were the reflections of Jermell Charlo after his September 2023 leap up 2 weight classes to face Canelo Alvarez in a bid for greatness. He entered that night as an undisputed champion, brimming with confidence and eager to make a statement. Instead, the following 12 rounds delivered a harsh and humbling lesson. The one-sided decision loss was more than a blemish on his record. It cast him into the shadows, where critics branded him as outmatched and overpowered. For years he stayed quiet as the sport moved forward without him. Yet that defeat wasn't the end. It became an experience etched in resilience, a scar that granted Charlo a unique vantage point no other fighter carries. Now, as Terence Crawford dares to undertake the very challenge that once undid him, Charlo's hard-earned perspective has transformed from personal disappointment into a vital warning for the man preparing to face Canelo next. The first part of this warning didn't even come from Jermell himself, but from his twin brother, Jermell. Watching from outside the ring, Jermell recognized a critical mistake unfolding. He saw Jermell abandon his greatest assets, speed and reflexes, in a misguided attempt to match Canelo's size and raw strength. Jermell later explained that his brother had believed bulking up was the key to victory, but the added weight only dulled his sharpness, leaving him slower, less fluid, and far from the fighter who once ruled the 154-pound division. The message for Terence Crawford could not be clearer. Don't repeat that mistake. Trying to outmuscle a natural 168-pounder is a battle already lost. Yet Jermell's warning goes deeper than weight alone. It reaches into the very heart of what it's like to stand across from Canelo Alvarez, an opponent who feels, in the moment, like an unstoppable force. Jermell Charlo has described the experience of fighting Canelo in haunting terms, likening it to striking a brick wall that not only absorbs impact but hammers back with crushing force. To him, Canelo is not simply powerful, he is unnervingly solid, a level of physicality Terence Crawford has never encountered, even after conquering divisions from welterweight to junior middleweight. Crawford has outclassed every opponent he's faced, but none carried the bone-shattering power Canelo generates with each shot. Charlo questions whether Crawford's body can endure that punishment, especially while moving up 2 weight classes. The tools that worked against Errol Spence Jr. may pale when a single Canelo punch can alter the fight in an instant. Yet the danger goes deeper than brute force. Charlo warns that stepping into the ring with Canelo is as much a psychological battle as a physical one. The roar of the crowd, the magnitude of the stage, and the aura of Canelo himself can erode confidence before a punch is even thrown. Having felt this pressure firsthand, Charlo recognizes how Canelo's calm, methodical approach is built to intimidate and gradually break down an opponent's will. While Crawford is revered for his iron self-belief, he is yet to face a psychological test on this scale, and Charlo's experience suggests that in this unseen, mental arena, Canelo holds a significant advantage. The boxing world is split wide open as Terence "Bud" Crawford prepares to face Canelo Alvarez. Supporters argue that Crawford's ring IQ, sharp footwork, and ruthless killer instinct will allow him to outsmart and outbox the bigger man from a distance, while skeptics, including seasoned voices like Kell Brook and Gabriel Rosado, insist he's simply too small to hurt Canelo, with Rosado even comparing a welterweight's punch to being hit with pillows. Into this debate steps Jermall Charlo, who knows the challenge firsthand. After his own humbling loss to Canelo, Charlo has re-emerged with a mix of warning and ambition, claiming that Crawford is walking into a storm he cannot survive, defined by the dangers of bulking up, the crushing weight of Canelo's power, and the suffocating mental pressure of facing boxing's biggest star. Yet his message raises a fascinating dilemma. Is Charlo sincerely trying to prevent Crawford from making the same mistakes, or is he planting psychological traps while setting himself up as a future rival? Either way, his chilling perspective as the man who has already stood across from Canelo cannot be ignored, leaving the world to wonder if Crawford is about to achieve the impossible, or walk straight into a storm that breaks him.